Hello. Good day, everybody. I'm the Haroon. Broadcast. Hello. Ahmad, are you here?
Ji, Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Oh, walaikum salam. Can
I am yes, sir. I am Shuhag, Bangladesh TBC community, live in Oman.
you hear me? Like, hello?
Sir,
Can you hear me?
ji, sir.
Oh my God. I have a very big internet connection.
Sir, is network is problem very slow. Is stock is not clear. Okay, you are running us no problem. I
Yes,
am
yes,
next time
yes.
is coming in this kind. Yes, sir.
This I just I I just beg for your pardon. I don't know. I'm just having a can you
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, but your video is coming through
Very
kind of,
good.
kind of slow. Now, now I can't hear you now.
Oh, so yeah, that is the problem we used to have in Nigeria. We have problem of this internet connectivity,
Mm.
and that is what is putting most of us that are trying to broadcast off because
Mhm.
it is very difficult at times to make a live broadcast. You also observe that Hello.
You might want to
Hello
get in
again.
touch. You might want to get in touch with Femi in Nigeria and find out what internet he's using, because his come through smooth.
Oh, okay, it's all right. I will do
Your
that.
contact.
So
Your
can you hear me
accent.
now?
Yes, I can hear you better now. But get in contact with Femi over there in your country, if you know him. He's the TBC Revolution on YouTube.
I know
And
him very well.
yeah, he was using having the same trouble you were having, and then he switched to something else. Find out what he's using, because he come across
It's all right.
very smooth, just like I do in my broadcast.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I will
But
just do
you're
that.
coming
Thank
through.
you very much.
You're coming through a little smooth every now and then. Right now, you're coming through smooth a little now.
Oh, it's all right. Is it getting better now?
A little better, yes.
Well,
Why don't
thank
you
you.
just
I
give it a
think
try? Give it a try.
oh, it's all right. Because of this, maybe you are going to do most of the talking here. And what I thank everybody that is on the chat room. I thank you. I thank Brother Ahmad. You are welcome. Despite the fact that the internet is not okay at my area here, you also deem it fit to just stick to me and assist me in doing this broadcast. Likewise, I thank my great leader, my mentor, Mr. Stephen Coffee. You are welcome. I told you today that I will be having a broadcast today, and you did promise that you will make it. And ever since I've started today, you were there. When the internet was very bad, you were there. And when I come back again, when I resend the link, you were there. What I'm discussing today is we should build bridge instead of erecting wall. Can you hear that?
Yes, build a bridge.
Yeah. Yes, build a bridge, not erecting wall. You will know that this is the aim and the objective of TBC admin in making sure that TBC currency becomes the mode of transaction, the mode of buying and selling, the medium exchange. So it is because we should not join, or we should not do like the elites, because the elites are erecting walls. That's the reason why there is so much discrepancy between the poor and the elite. So much discrepancy between the poor, between the masses and the elites. But for us to come together as a community, for us to cross across every country with a unique currency, then TBC has come to stay. What I will ask now is, what are the things to do so that a TBC member will have this bridge all across the world? Number one, what I'm happy about, that I know very sure, is that TBC has come with a single form of currency that cuts across borders. It is borderless. That means to say, TBC has come as a bridge to bridge the gap between the poor and the rich, so that there will be no difference between us. Every one of us will have freedom, will have this financial freedom. We should not build walls. But it is unfortunate that some people are still there. They are yet to understand the aims or the mission of TBC. The mission of TBC is to assist one another, so that we will get freedom from the shackles of poverty, from the shackles of the elite. Mr. Stephen Covey, I would like you to open the floor as my guest on this issue that I've just raised.
Sure. You know, you got a very good topic there, because instead of building bridges and having wars, at which they spend billions and billions, the elite spend billions of dollars per month in these wars. And yet that money is not going towards humanity, the poor that we need to lift up. Because the billion coin, as was posted on the blog just 2 days ago, and it was in a poster, and we've seen it before. It says plainly, TBC is not a currency with a mission, but a mission with the currency. See, we got to remember, currency does not come first. Being unified, as you just stated, in a bridge reminds me of being unified and being in line as we cross a bridge. Where we're together on building a bridge, like it was posted many months ago on a bridge, going over from a body of water. If we keep building that bridge, we won't have to be under the shackles of the elite. We can remove ourselves from the elite, but we have to work as people together, because where there's power, there's people. Where there's people, where there's power. There are power in numbers. There are powers in numbers. In order to build a bridge, we have to build our community to 1 billion members. Then, and only then, will our coin be at its greatest to help so many people, because it was all laid out. The billion millionaires will be able to produce 5 to 10 jobs each, more than enough to help the unemployed. The unemployed are the poor people over the world.
Of course.
And the million billionaires will produce the liquidity to down to the millionaires to make sure they have everything they need, thus at the bottom emptying the TBC wallet as we spread all over and build our community. See, y'all, if people think of our money in our wallet as something that we want to think of as change. See, TBC is like a business, and Randy Wilson talked about in his live broadcast just yesterday. If you treat it like a business, if everyone else treat it like a business, like we have our business, it's our business to join together. I love what you just said about a bridge, because that was actually a picture of some many blog posts back, about almost a year ago. Admin showed a picture of a bridge. I believe it was the bridge of the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, California, because it looks very familiar to me. And when I thought of that bridge, as you call it, I said, my goodness, we just are maybe 1/4 of that bridge done. With 3.3 million members, we need to be at 1 billion members. So folks, what Haroon is talking about here is that what I love about him, that he focuses on building, not just focusing on the currency part of this whole thing. And I'm not saying that currency is not important to us, because you can be profitable and you can get cash flow in the billion coin, but it's a systematic approach. You have to follow the system. Every good online business has a system. We have a rapid reward system. We have a 23-step cash flow system. We have 3 campaigns that we promote. So when he talks about a bridge, he's talking about all of these things in order to build and stick together, unified as we build. So we can't go back. All of us can't have our own agenda. We got to be of one. If everybody got their own agenda, we would never achieve our billion members. We would never achieve our mission. We have to make sure that we're together, and only together, that we will achieve our objective. Okay? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. In fact, you made my broadcast lively today. Mr. Ahmad, I hope that you are still there because I can see you. It is now your turn to make your own contribution to the topic of the day about building the bridge, not erecting a wall.
That's right. You cannot get there. You cannot achieve your objective by getting over the other part of that bridge if you build a war to, in essence, tear down the bridge.
Of course. Of course. Now, today, yesterday, I met with somebody. I explained to him. Even I also took him through the blog. He was reading a particular blog where the TBC admin is explaining how the elite are treating us, the slavery we are in, and some people, and most of the people do not know that they are into slavery. I discussed with this friend of mine, and he totally agreed with me, but he has a problem. The problem he has is that he believes that nothing, that there will be no community that will overpower the elite, because the elite are too powerful, and the using TBC or the CBT community he is skeptical that perhaps we will not be able to overpower the Kaaba. We will not be able to liberate ourselves from the shackles of the Kaaba. And I told him categorically that, well, it is only because you are just reading the blog for the first time. If you go through the many writings of the admin on the blog, you will definitely agree with me that there is power when people come together. There will be power to pull down the elite. But I want you to explain something about this, because the confusion of my brother, he believes, and he knows everything. If he believes about the ships put inside human being, he believes all these things. He believes the monetary system that we are using is enslavement. He believed, but he has never believed that we are going to get out of this the so-called slavery. I want you to say something concerning this also.
Sure. You know, when people see a person like this, and bless his heart or her heart, that what they have to understand is the world as a whole, and I'm not speaking of every person, but there are thousands and perhaps millions of people that are, in essence, brainwashed. And they just did not know any better when they were born. Their parents taught them something that they were brainwashed of. So this has been going on for decades and decades and decades of being brainwashed by the elite of a monetary system that's designed to keep you at a certain level, to keep you down, never to become wealthy. See, it's your birthright to have abundance. No one should take down humanity in a way to take everything from them. And that's why the Bitcoin came about, to lift humanity. And it's about love, prosperity, abundance. Now, where do we see the abundance word? The abundance word is right in our Holy Bible. So where do you think a better place could that be? So the essence is a person has to start reading, going through the blog on a regular basis to get what TBC administration is saying to all of us. It's got to start with the mind has to change. When the mind doesn't change, see, the mind is a very powerful organ in our body, our brain. And if you don't change what's there, you only are going to succumb to what the elite is giving you and taking, because that's all you know. But does that mean that that is all you should have? When you are already listen, when everybody's born on this earth, it is our birthright to be of abundance. But it's got to be your choice to make that change. Nothing is going to come to you. You have to take back what was belonged to us all along. And that's what admin is talking about in the blog. Admin have talked about eventually they're going to announce their proclamation to the world. Now, I believe when that happens, we're going to probably be near 1 billion members or so, or maybe be at 1 billion members. Because I'm telling you, folks, those that may see this broadcast later, those that are here now, if you're members of the Bitcoin and if you're not becoming a student of the blog and learning what admin is trying to convey to you, and if you're not carrying out and taking action based on what admin is expecting of you, then you're not really. We will never achieve our objective to end global poverty. So we are just one part of that bridge, folks. We got to keep building till that bridge is complete. Because when it's complete, then the importance of our coin. And I'm going to say something about speaking about coin. And let's talk about that just a minute.
Okay.
And our TBC wallet, TBC009, you can download the QR code. Now let me explain to you what the QR code is in case people don't know what that is. That is a little thing that you can go on your Android phone or your Apple phone and download a QR reader. Well, let me tell you what's happening on the market-based side versus TBC. What's going to happen? What I see what's about to happen. Well, Bitcoin, I'm going to use one country in the world and their city, Japan and the city of Tokyo. Right now, people are taking their smartphones, and when they get to the cash register, they have a QR reader. Well, guess what? The machine has a QR code on there. So picture what's going to happen down the road, folks, with our TBC coin. And think about all the millions of billions you got in your wallet. You would take your phone and shut it down as you purchase your products and services. This is what's going to happen, folks. If y'all can't see what's going on in your wallet right now, something is wrong. And right now, I'm sure that we're working on the Apple phones. They already got it for the Androids already. They will get the QR for the Android. That's probably going to come in this year. See, I know what admin know. Admin and I know we're on the same wavelength. I see why they wanted that hat there, because they looking down the road. They're going to say, "Oh, pretty soon we better use the coin, the money in our wallet, or to use to buy goods and services." But now let me go back to our mission. We would never be able to use what I just stated until we get to 1 billion members. Now, for those that's wondering, well, what do I do with the coin? How can I make money? Then you follow the 23-step cash flow system. And if you don't know how, if you can't understand what they're saying, then you get a cash flow coach like Randy Wilson, like Lawrence Metaleki in South Africa, like Dan Lukes in the Philippines. There are 3 cash flow coaches that can teach. Oh no, how can I not forget my wonderful Mr. Mbe Derek in Cameroon? Those 4 individuals are cash flow coaches, and they can show you how to cash flow in Bitcoin. Because I know the reason I'm bringing this up is because I know some people that will watch this video will wonder, well, how can I use what's in our wallet? See, people are focusing all with the wallet instead of building that bridge and building. Don't you know? Do you realize what he's saying by building this bridge? Do you realize if we build that bridge to 1 billion members, the faster you'll be able to use what's in your wallet? See, that's what people are missing. I go back to say, TBC is with a mission, with a currency, not a coin. Not a coin. You have to build. Then we'll be able to use our coin just like Bitcoin is used over in Tokyo, Japan, and also Australia.
Yeah.
So it's going to come, folks. We just got to see it to the end. We can't be so hasty and impatient and wanted to use our coin. We got to learn how to cash flow, first of all, by seeking out the cash flow coaches. Randy's website is tbcrandy.com. Now, if you're about building, use our rapid reward system. Use what's in our blog, folks. Use everything, all the tools in place to build what he's talking about with this bridge. He's just not talking about a bridge as in a structure. He's talking about people. We are the people. This is a people's coin. This is not no other coin in the market side like it. So
you see, at this junction, you say that TBC is people's coin. Yes. Now, when you go to the blog that came out on February 28, 2018, admin says TBC is a bridge to go from their money to our money, but now to our currency. You know, the public notice. Now to our currency. So TBC is a bridge to go from their money to our currency. Money conceived by a living man with the intent to empower living men and women with a valid mission to end poverty globally.
See?
Then admin continues. TBC is the money, but now currency. TBC is the currency of the people, by the people, and for the people. We are a large group of, and as we have a master of the blog, because I searched through the blog and I came out with this quotation, just exactly as you have said, because what has been said, you have assimilated it into your body, into your mind, and it is working in your mind, it is working in your system. And as you have said, without knowing that I've quoted this one, I've started it from the blog and now ready to your hearing, and you are absolutely correct, because TBC is the bridge. TBC is the people's currency. TBC has come to stay. So thank you very much. Before I release you, sir, because I will also soon go, I just want to share something. We are talking about the bridge. We are talking about the bridge. I just want to show the bridge that I want to show the bridge here now.
Just minimize that page. Just minimize that. Now that you just hit the screen share, that little arrow, green arrow at the top left-hand corner, and it'll go in like a 3D, and just minimize the whole page. Okay, I see it. I saw it. I just saw it. You did it.
Did you see it now?
Now, you got to do it again.
Yes, I will do it again. Don't worry. I just missed the step.
A little green in the top left-hand corner, and it goes in a 3D.
Yes.
Okay, now minimize that. Okay, take that page. Okay.
Yes, I will do that. Let me go here. and to share. But
yeah, minimize that page out of the way.
Okay.
You'll see it.
Okay. It's all right.
There you go. I see it. That's the bridge I was talking about. That's the bridge I was talking about right there.
This is the bridge.
That's the one I'm referring to. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And I may say the 1 to 2 year cash flow campaign is the bridge between the fiat-based economy to a fully developed TBC/Kringle economy.
That's right.
Now, yes, there is another one. I just want to show you know, one of this great philosophy. I think you can say we build too many walls and not enough bridges. Can you get something out of this out of the great sense of Isaac Newton?
Too many walls. I see it.
Yes, we build too many walls and not enough bridges.
Correct.
Then, likewise, Martin Luther King, the Jr., he said that let us build the bridges, not walls. So I cannot see his quotation anymore, but I saw it somewhere. But it is the sense of quotation of Martin Luther King, the Jr., he said that we should build bridges instead of erecting walls. With this quotation, I therefore say a big thank you to Mr. Stephen Covey and everybody that is on my live broadcast. Mr. Ahmad, he has gone, and those that are in my chat room, I also greet you very well. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you all. I love you, Mr. Rahman. I love you, Mr. Sharif Khan. I love you. I love everybody. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. You have made my day today. Hadn't been that I was doing this thing alone with this problem of networking, then the broadcast will not have come lively like this. So I thank you, Mr. Stephen Covey, my great leader, and that is the science. Those are the signs of the leaders. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And God bless you. Thank you.
Bless you.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Peace.
Goodbye. Peace. I therefore say a big thank you to Mr. Stephen Covey, Mr. well, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you all. I love you and may God bless you. You have made my day today. Hadn't been that I was doing this thing alone with this problem of networking, then the broadcast will not have come lively like this. So I thank you, Mr. Stephen Covey, my great leader, and that is the signs. Those are the signs of the leaders. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you, and goodbye. Peace. Goodbye. Thank you. Peace. Goodbye. Peace. I
great leader, and that is the sign. Look at the signs of the leader. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you, and goodbye. Thank you. Peace. Goodbye. Peace.
Oh.